Well, hello there. How is everyone? You amazing, amazing, beautiful, wonderful people. It's Saturday. It's actually Saturday. And even stranger, I got the day right. It's because I know it's Mother's Day tomorrow for you ladies over in the US. I hope you have a fantastic day. I will be going live tomorrow. I know there'll be much more important things than spending some time with us, but if you want to, happy days, because we're going to be covering the baby reindeer situation. And I am going to, video 2 later, we'll just be touching on the baby reindeer to give you a bit of a pre-look into what that was actually about. So we're going to watch the interview with Piers Morgan and put some of my sprinkling of brilliant, absolutely brilliant commentary over the top. But anyway, what we're talking about in this video, we're going to be playing a game. And I bet you're excited for it, aren't you? Because ultimately, the Idaho 4 case, we talk about means, motive, and opportunity, and we've kind of done that to death. But a lot of people will reach out and say, well, you don't need motive. You don't, from a legal standpoint, they don't have to prove motive. They just have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he did it. He might have just done it for no apparent reason whatsoever. But from a psychological standpoint and from a reality standpoint, there's always a reason why someone kills. They don't generally just kill for no reason. They don't just wake up, clean the teeth, and think, oh, fuck it, I'm going to go out and murder someone. There's generally something, a trigger, a catalyst. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to be going backwards to the top 15 things that cause people to kill. And what we're going to do, we're going to see whether you feel that they are something that you could connect to Bryan, and see whether there's perhaps someone else that may make more sense to. And then by the end of it, when we get to number 1, it's going to blow your mind, because maybe that is the thing that makes the absolute most sense in this. The absolute most sense. I'm just going to leave it with you. Don't cheat either and fast forward to the end. Don't. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's get into it. I tried to grab something rather than the mouse. So the victim was a witness to a crime. So did Bryan Kohberger witness a crime? Did they witness something? No, we don't know whether Bryan Kohberger witnessed a crime that had any connection to these, but was something going on around this house where that criminal enterprise or something was being threatened? And did something have to be done to make sure that there was no repercussions to it? What did you tell Adam? I told Adam everything. Just saying. May not be anything to do with it, but again, this is the purpose of the game. 14. Someone murders their pregnant partner due to extra stress and or fear of responsibility. Or what they do is they wait until they've had the children, and then the child disappears off the face of the planet, and then they just threaten everybody around them and go out and, go motorbike shopping and stuff like that. But I don't think that there was any pregnancies around the Idaho 4, even though there has been some speculation. But I don't think that's it. 13. Someone murders a family member that they perceive as needing an extraordinary amount of caregiving. Yes, so sometimes you can just be driven to despair because the person who you live with is just giving you a load of work to do, and it would be easier to get rid of them than to carry on doing the work. I know in our community there's some caregivers and they do an absolutely fantastic job. And this, at number 13, proves just how fantastic they are, because they chose to actually do the work rather than to that sort of thing. Anyway, number 12. Some mistakes the victim for their actual intended victim. So some mistakes the victim for their actual intended victim. So it says, after I wrote this, I remembered that I have first-hand experience with it. I lived in a duplex and there were gunshots one night. I don't know what gunshots are. They're similar to gunshots, but with an O. It turned out that my neighbour had a friend staying with her, and the friend's ex-boyfriend came by with a gun. When my neighbour came to the door, he shot at her from his car, believing her to be his ex-girlfriend. Oh, so like mistaken identity. I don't think that this was a case of mistaken identity. Don't think so. Let me know in the comments if you think there's a possibility that it was mistaken identity. I meant a different house, not 1122, 1121. What you done? Someone takes revenge on a person for rejecting their romantic overtures. Again, this is a potential. This is a potential, and it is actually a potential that has been highly connected to Bryan Kohberger. Was Bryan Kohberger infatuated with Madison Mogan? Had he been stalking her on the line? But then, we've been told, there is absolutely no indication of any stalking. I do find that difficult, however, if they want to try and push the Bryan Kohberger narrative, because I just don't get it. And obviously with Ashling Couch coming forward and pushing this whole stalker narrative again, like that is the exact reason that this happened. They seem convinced, University of Idaho. But look, could be. That's at number 11, but now we're going into the top 10, baby. Top 10. The murderer is taken revenge for a loved one who was wronged. Now, there are stories around the peripheral of this, where people have lost their lives, and subsequently that was said that was self-deletion, for instance, and there has been questions around it. Hannah Clary, for one, who knows? And some people have been talking on the peripheral about bullying and this, that, and the other, and whether this was a revenge situation. I know that there's some people who won't be named on this channel anymore because they're absolutely and completely fucking insane. Some believe that this is a potential for a retaliation for someone losing their life, and there's 3 or 4 cases around the peripheral of this case where people have lost their lives. Obviously with Emma Bailey and Demetrius Robinson as well, and the frat boy who lost his life. And yeah, there's some. If you've been following the case long enough, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Number 9, the killer is taking revenge for being wronged in their career. Again, we don't know what's going on here, because on the peripheral of things, there is an indication that Bryan Kohberger had lost his job. So to be fair, we have to say that, and we have to be fair, that if his entire career was coming to an end, this is something that Bryan Kohberger seems to have come out of, fought through bullying, fought through drugs, fought through it all, got into education, and there is a story that makes sense with Bryan, and we have to touch on it just to be fair. We're not just pro-burgers, we're pro-justice. So you have to consider, what with this being firmly in at number 9, that what if Bryan Kohberger had struggled because there were things in the background with him? There were just things where he just struggled to talk to people, to connect to people on a level that would, later on manifest into something that would cause issues, and it looked like he was going to lose it all. There is argument to it, and what I will say is that has not been proven beyond a reasonable doubt that was happening. It's just a rumour. It's something that has been pushed out in mainstream media as a narrative, and that narrative just happens to make sense. But again, this list is a list that is given to people to make stories based on a factual piece of information that looks into the reasons why people kill. And when you are a news anchor, you are a mainstream media, and you've got to formulate a story online, you will sometimes fabricate information that fits firmly in line with a narrative that makes sense. And with Bryan Kohberger, now with no evidence of stalking or anything like that, the work connection, and was his career coming to an abrupt end, that holds some weight. It holds some weight. Anyway, number 8. The killer wants to eliminate a rival. This could be a rival in love, politics, or some other type of competition. Football. I don't know. Narcotics. Who knows? I'm just putting it out there. You let me know down below. Let me know the number and what you think. Connect it to it. Tell me a story. Let me in on your thoughts. But eliminate a rival. I don't think the eliminate a rival situation makes sense for Bryan Kohberger, not unless you want to go down the route of narcotics, and it was like Bryan Kohberger Inc. versus 1122 King Road Limited, narcotics enterprises, do you know what I mean? Or cryptocurrency empires. Number 7. Ooh, we're getting to the exciting bits now. Number 7. A spouse wants out of the marriage but doesn't want to pay alimony or have others think badly of them. Chris Watts. Don't think Bryan Kohberger, but we'll leave that. So I'm just conscious this will end up being a long video and you've got stuff to do on a Saturday. Number 6. The murderer wants to collect life insurance money or an inheritance from the victim. Which, if you watch that chapter, and Mike, because I love you, he loves the insurance claim murders. This is life insurance. I think we can rule that one out in this. So number 5. We're in the top 5, baby. The murderer kills the victim in order to steal from them. Well, we know that he was charged for robbery, but people have always thought, well, why is there 4 counts of first-degree murder and then a robbery? Was this a robbery gone wrong? Did he go into the house? I think, I'm not completely au fait with the way that the laws work over there, but I think that they put the robbery charge in there because he entered into someone's house with ill intent. So it's almost like they're trying to say that this person entered into this home, there was premeditation, and that's why they connect the robbery to it. Could be wrong, let me know down below. But I don't think that this was, he wanted to rob, what would he have been, again, narcotics. Number 4, someone murders an abusive partner or family members because they're sick of the abuse. I don't think it's this one, but a lot of people will perhaps connect with that. Next one, number 3, top 3. You're getting excited, yeah? I can tell you're itching. Apart from if you've been one of them fuckers who cheated and skipped through at the end. Drum roll. Number 3, the murderer hates the victim's politics, religion, and or sexual orientation. In a case like this, the murderer may feel like a crusader. I'm getting rid of these Gen X or Gen Z? I don't know what they are. These annoying blonde students who think the world owes them a living. I hate these people and I just want to destroy some of them. That kind of mentality. Does it fit? But then I would imagine that there'd have been stalking, there'd have been evidence of stalking, at least online stalking and stuff like that. Who knows? But I don't think it can be 100% ruled out. It makes a lot of sense. So I don't think that would have been so much an internal factor. This would have been something that would have had to have been connected to someone alien from the inner circle, if you like. Anyway, number 2. What's at number 2? Oh, I'm excited. Someone murders their spouse, partner, or ex out of jealousy. So jealousy. But did Brian, did he go on a date with Kaylee? Some people have speculated that she may have gone on a date with him, and maybe after that she shunned him, and it was like that was the catalyst to it. In fact, Kaylee Gonzalez was the intended target, and it had to happen on this specific night because she was just in town on that day. Who knows? Do you think so? Again, let me know down below. I don't. Personally, I don't. But here we go. Number 1. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Here we go. A physical fight turns deadly. So, a physical fight turns deadly. When I said that, when you saw it, what was the first thing that came into your head? Was it Bryan Kohberger? Or was it an alternative? Do me a favour and let me know down below. But that is the top. The big one. The one. Physical fight turns deadly. There you have it. In a nutshell. That's Occam's razor for you, baby. Occam's razor. I'm not saying that is an indication or indicative of exactly what happened in this, but I'm just putting it out there that that's number 1. What can't speak can't lie. What can't speak can't lie. What do you think? Let me know down below. Like I say, if I don't speak to you before, have a fantastic Mother's Day tomorrow. And if I do see you tomorrow, I'll tell you to have a fantastic, or hope you had a fantastic day. We'll work something out. We'll do something. But like I say, if I don't see you before, have yourselves a fantastic Mother's Day. Hope you have a wonderful day. And I will catch you all in the next one.